Hello, everybody. I wish you a happy new year and a wonderful time in coming days. The reason I got this live because definitely to wish everybody of you and share my views with you that how you are going to navigate through this coming time. So when it comes to recruiting bench sales and people who are in the managerial level and the in the senior roles, right? So these are the things. And if you're watching a replay, if you're watching live, let me know in the comments if my voice is clear and if you see me. And the primary topic I have chosen what is that we should be doing in 2026 because as we see that how the market has evolved when it comes to the usage of AI and market demand as well as through how the client dynamics also changed that earlier things were so smooth, now things are challenging, and now there are so many people are looking for a job and still they could not able to find any positions, and why it is happening like that, and what is that uh, 2026 is going to bring for recruiters, bench sales, and senior managers, and the people who are looking for a job and who are already in 5 to 10 years of experience. And from the growth point of view, it has been expected that 2026 is going to grow 2%, little bit higher. And when it comes to healthcare, it is going to be a wonderful growth. And for educational, little bit. And when it comes to IT, it is also a little bit. And because I speak more about the IT side of recruiting, and because if you're working in healthcare, always there is a lot of opportunity for that. But when it is comes to IT recruiting and bench marketing, 2026 is going to be a challenging. Definitely, it is going to be challenging for the people who do not change. Now, when I'm talking about change, what is that I mean? It is about meeting the market expectation. पहले क्या था? पहले the way how we were working, and it was only dependent on that how much I work, and the output used to depend on that, and how smartly we work, and output used to depend on that. It means फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं 5 रिक्वायरमेंट पे काम कर रहा हूँ, 5 रिक्वायरमेंट पे काम कर रहा हूँ और एक रिक्वायरमेंट को 20-30 बंदों को ईमेल भेज रहा हूँ, सो इट मीन्स तक 150 बंदों को मैंने ईमेल भेजा एंड 150 बंदों को भेजा और उस दिन मैंने 150 बंदों को कॉल किया, राइट? सो डिपेंडिंग ऑन हाउ आई रीच आउट, हाउ मेनी पीपल आई रीच आउट, यूज टू डिसाइड कि कितना मेरा सबमिशन होना चाहिए और कितना सबमिशन होने से कितना इंटरव्यूज आएंगे, और अकॉर्डिंग टू द इंटरव्यूज वी यूज टू सॉर्ट थिंग्स आउट. ये हुआ रिक्रूटिंग का. अगर बेंच सेल्स में क्या होता था, हाउ मेनी वेंडर्स यू आउटरीच, अपना हॉट लिस्ट कहाँ कहाँ भेजे, कहाँ कहाँ अपना कैंडिडेट्स को मार्केट किए, और कितने ग्रुप्स में अपना हॉट लिस्ट शेयर किए, राइट? दीज आर द थिंग्स हाउ इट यूज्ड टू हैपन. एंड व्हेन इट कम्स टू मैनेजमेंट एंड सीनियर्स, वो क्या था, मॉनिटर करो कि अपने बंदे कॉल कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे, मॉनिटर करो कि हर पूरा जॉब्स ये लोग रीच आउट कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे हैं, and see if people are working properly or not. Resume format. Yes, so there was a little bit of internet issue I had. Now thing looks good. So yes, so I was talking about the way how recruiting has been evolved, people. So earlier we were focusing on how many jobs that I have, how many candidates I need to call. अब उसको call करने के लिए हमें boolean search लिखना पड़ता था, and we go to LinkedIn and we try to connect with the people, and there are tools for mass mail. That's how we were doing. Now I believe we have the time that Charles Darwin used to point out. What is that? Evolve or perish. या तो फिर इवॉल्व हो जाओ और नहीं तो पूरा डायनासोर बन जाओ. दैट्स हाउ इट हैज बीन पीपल. अब आप 1 साल के हो, 2 साल के हो, 5 साल के हो, 10 साल के हो इंडस्ट्री में, ये और कुछ मायने नहीं रखेंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि इंफॉर्मेशन बेस्ड रिक्रूटिंग जो था अब वो खत्म हो चुका है. इंफॉर्मेशन बेस्ड मतलब अब सबके पास बहुत इंफॉर्मेशन है. Guys, put that in the comment box if you are watching live and it is making sense. Okay. इंफॉर्मेशन बेस्ड अब खत्म हो चुका है. पहले क्या था? जिसके पास ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन था, he used to dominate and he or she used to ask for more money. Information is equals to money. अब क्या हो गया? Because now in the rise of AI, अब इंफॉर्मेशन का कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. और मल्टीप्लिसिटी मतलब इंसान अगर एक बार कराए तो डूइंग द सेम थिंग मल्टीपल टाइम्स, वो भी अभी खत्म हो चुका है. इट मीन्स इफ आई एम ए रिक्रूटर, if I am able to send 50 emails per day, so there are AI who can send it 100, 200, 500, 1000 emails. If I used to call 50 candidates a day as a human being, as a recruiter, there are tools who are calling 500 and thousands of candidates in a day because those AI bots do not sleep. We as a human being, we need sleep. Got it? So as a recruiter, it is now compulsory for each and every one of us to learn something. Learn something का मतलब each and every one of us to know where exactly you can use an AI. Now, what you have to do as a recruiter, what you have to do as a bench sales manager or bench sales recruiter, that thing is over. Because you go to ChatGPT and you ask what are the responsibility it is going to give, clear. And you know, right? Because you have a senior people are there, they are going to tell you this is what you got to do. That if you are a recruiter, this is the requirement, this is how you build Boolean, and this is what the portals go put the Boolean, this is how the profiles you rank it with the matching or with the freshness or the radius, and according to that you can open the profile, send email, call them, send voice message. ये वाला चक्कर था. Now what happened? From reading the requirement from the VMS, matlab the moment the VMS triggers a requirement to your manager's inbox, there are software, there are AI tools which are taking those requirements, understanding it, building booleans, taking that requirement, posting that in your ATS, going to the portals, sourcing profiles, and it starts calling as well. Calling matlab first layer. What is the salary you are looking for? Are you available for this particular role? Are you available for this particular location? How fast you can join? How do you rate with these skills? These are the general related Q&A that bots are doing. And guess what? This is what exactly what recruiters were doing. Yes or no? Put that in the comment box. Going to the office as a bench sales, preparing hot list, sending it to the groups, sending it to the mass emails, posting it in LinkedIn, posting it in groups, updating profiles, creating profiles, going to the job portals, opening the requirements, applying, and waiting for something to happen. And when we get a reply, speak to the recruiter or vendor. This is exactly what we're doing. Yes or no? Put that in the comment box. As a manager, people came on time or not, how many requirements they are working, which requirement they are working, how many candidates they have sold so far, how many are there in RTR rate confirmation, and this is what they used to do. And we used to go home with zero submissions. I'm sure if you're a recruiter, if you're a bench sales, you can definitely resonate with me. What I'm saying is going home with a zero submission is one of the painful things. Go to office, half day, dinner ho gaya, no submission yet. And after dinner, it is like a real headache, real panic, real that, you know, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, hostile feeling, right? Terror feeling. If I do not submit anything, I'm gone for a toss now. And each time the manager pinging or asking how many submission you have done so far, why there is no submission yet, come on, make some submissions. You can relate to me, right? What I'm saying. And you would say, I'm not finding any candidates. Candidates are not replying. And I don't think there are candidates. And that is what kind of reasons. Ab kya hua? As the AI has come in, anything, everything that I have discussed, that has been taken care of. Now, as a recruiter, as a bench sales, as a senior managers, what is that you should be doing in 2026? If you are there as a traditional recruiter and you are building Boolean by yourself and you are doing that step by step recruiting, you are not ahead of the game. You are not going to win the game. Why? Because there are tools which are doing first layer recruiting, and as a recruiter you need to stand as a second layer, that whatever the qualified leads that your AI agent sends you, you should be in a position to qualify it as a recruiter and confirm, is this person lying something, because the resume is totally AI generated. Now you need to identify how this person is going to answer. Is this person is technically strong? Is this person giving interview through some Otter or some other AI tools? Is this a genuine communication is happening? Real time communication is happening? These are the things that you need to check. If you have to go through this, if you have to check, you definitely need to have some strong hold on technologies, understanding. You need to have a strong communication, that how you hold though that person, so that you go deep through the communication. And you should not be sounding like an interrogator, but you need to position yourself as a career counselor. The communication between the candidate and you should sound like, yes, this person is going to help me out. For that, you need to have your brand value high. You need to show up all the time. अब ये keyboard warrior, behind the keyboard wala scene almost gone. People want to know that they are talking to a human being. Now, when you are talking, you need to have the ability to connect with the person in such a way that you should be giving value, and you should be in a suggesting mode where why this opportunity is a right fit for the candidate, doing the cultural fit, how a candidate is going to fit to the client's culture, so that you can explain your hiring manager, and negotiating proper money. If you're working in domestic, you're working in international, anything, whatever it is, negotiation is going to play a major role in coming days. Because sending emails, making calls, reaching out to people, ये तो bots कर देते हैं. Now what is that we should be doing then? You got my point? This is one of the major challenges that recruiters are going to face. And you should be in a position to minimize the human engagement in the tasks. अब जो भी tasks हम कर रहे हैं, you need to be in a suggesting mode to your management that these tasks can be automated. Which tasks that you can hand over to AI and which tasks you will do it. That is going to have a major change in nowadays. And if you are working as a recruiter, you should not be only that, focusing on what kind of email I'm going to write. वो वाला, that things are taken care by the AI thing. It will understand the candidate, it will understand the JD, it will draft in such a way that it will go to the people. Now you should be in a point now. Time to hire we were discussing. Now it's quality to hire wala discussion aa jayega. It will be like a quality to hire means when you go next for a salary hike, for a promotion, you need to have a data that how long your placement is been working in the client's place with a good note. Matlab, how quality candidates that you are placing, not how fast you have placed, that how good you have placed, how the person is so good enough that this person has stayed there. If that needs to happen, you need to have the engagement part. In the upcoming recruiter's life, most of the tasks, admin tasks, will be assigned to AI agents, and 100% of communication will be with the recruiters. That's what you need to focus. And when it comes to bench sales people, you need to focus on reaching out to the client faster than anybody else, and you might need to automate that. Meaning, the moment the job comes in, your AI agent will push a resume, and the recruiting side, the vendor side also evolved so much that they are so intelligent to identify which resume is AI built, which resume has been modified multiple times, because they might have seen, right, which resume has been modified multiple times according to job description, which is more of a bench sales focused resume, and forget about the fake resumes. And those are the things being observed by the AI, and your resume will be eliminated. Now I'm sure you can see that, right? Now you go to LinkedIn and see if a job has opened in within 1 hour, there's hundreds of applications been sent. How do you think it is happening? Do you think it is the recruiters that they know somehow and they go and apply it? No, there might be the companies are using AI, which is always ready. If any job opening is coming and if it is matching, automatically the resume has been getting applied. If that is what happens, what is the bench sales job? You cannot just spam people with the hot list sending resumes anymore. I hope you're getting the point. Now the time has evolved for you to work with your candidate, know more about those people. You might need to understand the client base, that where exactly your candidate can fit, so that you can change your resume in such a way that it will bypass the ATS and the VMS. It looks so genuine. अब इस साइड पे आपको काम करना पड़ेगा. And the second thing is, you need to focus more on the communication, vendor communication, client communication, recruiter communication. That why they should trust you. Now those chats, those emails, the small messages will not work anymore. That you need to focus primarily on how you can build relationship. And when it comes to managers, you are no more there for the KPI analysis. Exit KPI set कर दिया और ये KPI क्यों reach हो रहे, क्यों नहीं reach हो रहे. No, that analysis AI can do with the reports. How many requirements given, how many submission done, how many interviews, those things will be taken care by the AI, and it will give a report that recruiter A, recruiter B, this is what the output, this is what the output. Now you as a manager need to know and analyze and find out why it is working for someone and why it is not working for others. You should be focusing more on bringing business to your company. Now you as a person need to know that if recruiter A has sent these many emails, why the reply ratio is less. You should be in a position to understand what kind of emails that these recruiters are sending, what kind of emails are working, which are not working. You as a manager, you are no more there just to, you know, guide them. You should be focusing primarily as a bridge between an AI agent and what your recruiter does, and what is that next thing happens. It means requirement came from certain point, it has been assigned to AI. Next, what is that your recruiter is doing, how the recruiter is doing, what the recruiter should do, why he is doing what he, why he is not doing. It is your task. If this person has done this, what sort of outputs we can expect, for which output what should happen next. As a manager, you should be focusing that. And you have to be more of a people person rather than that the typical manager who is going to run behind the people with a hunter. वो वाला दिन चला गया. Because there are so many tools available for every situation. I'm still looking if I could find anything else. I'll share that with you. But in 2026, if you want to be successful, you need to know how you should use these AI tools to minimize your efforts in the day to day monotonous work, and you should be focusing more on quality relationship, building, bringing more value, candidate retention. ऐसे वाला चीज़ों पे आप फोकस करना है. And if you are into bench sales management, you just now just sending a messages and just sending an email, just sending a text won't work. Now you might need to use tools that can predict what is the right time for someone to reach out, what is the right moment for us to reach out to an organization. You might need to use tool that that will be monitoring some companies, their news, their updates, their messages, their people, their comments, and it will know that this is the right time for them that I should reach out. अब ऐसे वाला predictive marketing, it's like you need to get some signal that these are the poor people are the hot and I should reach out, rather than the blind reach out. Because AI is doing so many things. Now you need to bring those things to your work people. This is what 2026 is going to bring. It is not only challenging for the company owners, it is challenging for us as a recruiter, as a bensil, as a leaders as well. And when it comes to the US, you see that companies are not laying off their full-time people, and they are not opening much jobs. And those are who are there in the staffing, due to those the H1 restrictions, they are bound to use people who are there in US, and those people who are legally, uh, those who are permanent or US citizens. That could be another reason that people, there are so many, consultant might not fly to US, and due to the tariffs, the policy changes, companies are not investing much, and they are just focusing on what they can do best with whatever the resources they have. And they are adapting more of AI again, as you see, and they are rolling off people of the project, because those monotonous work have been replaced by these AI tools, and they are going with some senior people who can handle everything. You are seeing that. So as a recruiter, as a manager, if you do not evolve, if you do not make AI your day-to-day work, and if you just simply use uh, chat GPT or any other things as your Q&A, it is going to be very much difficult. Now you got to evolve to the next step, that what is that I can assign, which task that I will do, which tasks I'm going to automate, or I can delegate it, and talking to your management and making them understand and help them take a decision. This is what you got to do. Traditional, anything that is traditional, anything that we have been doing repeatedly is changing. Now this is what my message for everybody of you, and I'm seeing the challenges myself, and I just wanted to share my experience with you. So let me know what is that your experience and how you're planning to move forward. And if you're watching this video replay, then feel free to message here. And in the middle there was some internet problem, and I could not able to get back, but I hope you got all the points and you are ready to rock in 2026. Take care and have a wonderful time. Once again, happy new year, and let's connect and grow together. Bye bye.